If your grocery bill keeps going up, but your income is going down, you are not alone, and this video is for you. Households are experiencing food stamp reduction or completely elimination. Other households are experiencing an unexpected layoff, and still others are federal employees who are no longer getting a paycheck. But even if you're not personally struggling right now, this video is worth watching. Because food insecurity, it affects every community. We all have a role to play, whether it's learning how to stretch what we have or finding ways to help others who might be having a harder time. Today I'm going to share some practical ways to make your groceries last longer, find affordable food, and how to give back through your local food banks. Because you know what? Being prepared isn't just about your own pantry. It's about keeping our communities strong. Food insecurity is increasing across the country. Groceries are still expensive. Paychecks have not caught up in most cases. Maybe your food assistant ended, or maybe your hours just got cut. Either way, you can take action, so plan meals around what you already have. Things like soups and casseroles and skillet meals stretch your ingredients and reduce waste. And you want to add filler foods like rice, pasta, oats, and potatoes to make hearty, budget-friendly meals. I stopped at a local discount store and I was amazed at what I found. A can of carnation milk for just 25 cents. That's right, 25 cents. And they weren't expired yet. At my local Meijer's, the same can, well, it is usually $1.79 and it was on sale for $1.49. That is a big savings. Kraft mac and cheese was 99 cents a box compared to $1.24 at Walmart. And a large bag of these tortilla chips cost $1 less than the local grocery store. And these granola bars, well, they were only half the price at $1.59. So you can score some great deals. But you want to shop smart. Always check the expiration date or the best buy dates. But do remember, you can use many canned things after the best buy or expiration date. And avoid any dented or rusted cans, and always compare prices. And always remember that not everything at a discount store might actually be cheaper. Now, I have this link and I will put it below, but it is buysalvagedfood.com and it will tell you about discount stores near you. At your regular grocery store, check the day-old bread, the bagels or the muffins that are often half price. And you can always freeze extras for later. And of course, I always buy the manager special when the meat is cut down to 50%. I either cook it immediately or freeze it to serve later. Something I love is Flash Food, but it's a free mobile app that partners with various grocery stores around the country. See if there is a store near you. They partner with grocery stores to sell discounted food nearing its expiration date. Or it might have some cosmetic packaging damage. The app allows you to browse and purchase items that are 50% off or even more. And then you just pick them up at a designated spot in the store. It does help reduce food waste, but it also can help reduce your grocery budget. So things available are like this beer bratwurst for $2.84, but my favorite is the mixed produce boxes. They're only $5, and just look at all you get. You got oranges there, some apples, some cucumbers, a pineapple, potatoes, maybe red onions, some limes, and lettuce. All of that for only $5. So check out and see if you have flash food where you live. Now, meat is often your biggest expense, so learn ways to extend it. It's an old school trick and it still works, and it tastes great when seasoned well. For oats, you want 1/2 cup per pound of meat. Rice or barley, up to 1 cup per pound. Lentils, 1 to 2 cups per pound. Beans, 1 can per pound. Mushrooms, 1 to 2 cups, finely chopped. And if you do use TVP, which I do not, you can mix 50-50 with ground beef. Also, add strong flavors when you're extending your meat, such as garlic or onions, or maybe chili powder, or a splash of soy sauce, or Worcestershire sauce. It will add richness. These meals are still delicious and cost a fraction of what you would normally spend. Maybe you can't use 50 pounds of something that you get at the local bulk store, but you could go in with other family members, and split it, and you will greatly reduce your cost per pound, especially for things like rice, dried beans, flour, and sugar. If you need meal ideas, cookbooks and good websites can help. One of them that is always recommended is Good and Cheap, Eat Well on $4 a Day by Leanne Brown, but you can download it free at the site, and I will post the URL in the description below. But if you do want to buy a hard copy, every paid copy donates one to a family in need. What I always liked was Taste of Home, Cooking on a Budget. Simple, familiar meals with affordable ingredients. Check your local library and use bookstores. For even more ideas, there's some great websites out there. Budgetbites.com. I like that the site does list the cost per serving for all of the recipes. EatWellSpendSmart.com. It has printable meal planners. And really, the Chicago Food Bank is good. And of course, always check out all the recipes on my shelf-stable playlist. And if you're running short on groceries, help is closer than you think. I also have a link here to find a food pantry near you. You can use the feedingamerica.org to find your local food bank, foodpantries.org, or foodfinder.us. And please don't fail to ask help because you're embarrassed. You're in a time of need, others are there to help you. If you're like me and your pantry is in good shape, well, now's the time to help others whose pantry is not. You know, food banks are stretched really, really thin. Now, where I live, Meijer's just announced it's donating $4 million to Feeding America, but customers can also help. They have these $10 Simply Give donation cards, so you can buy them when you go through the checkout, and you are giving money to the local food banks. I mean, it's easy and effortless. And of course, you can also donate food to the local food bank, your church food bank, a veterans group, or neighborhood association. And it's interesting, what they say is the most needed food is peanut butter, canned beans, tuna, soup, and any other shelf-stable proteins like canned chicken. And for gardeners out there, many food pantries welcome fresh produce. And if you can't give money or food, you can volunteer. A few hours maybe sorting food or handing out boxes can make a huge difference. So this has been a pretty serious video, but I think we are in serious times. And I have to say, at the end of the day, preparedness isn't just about my pantry. It's about building strong communities. I hope this video helped. You can help by hitting like so others can find it, and comment please down below and share your favorite budget stretching recipe or community support tip. Let's turn this site into a resource that gives people hope